and gentlemen, boys and girls, cardaholics of all ages, welcome back to Big Al's Cards, and thank you so much for watching. And today, on an episode of Talkin Cards, I want to talk about something that I'm sure you guys have heard of, and you guys are equally as annoyed by, just by its very existence. And that is eBay's authentication guarantee. So, for those who might not know, basically, if you buy any trading card on eBay over a certain dollar amount, instead of getting the card directly shipped to you, the seller will ship it to eBay's third-party authenticator party. I think it's CSG. I think PSA is going to start doing graded cards worth $2,000 plus. And they're going to basically make sure it's the real deal, and then they're going to pack it up and ship it to you. So it adds time to the overall shipping. There's the first detractor right off the bat. And when I first heard about this, the only thing I could think of is this is going to be a complete and total disaster. And I'll tell you why. I knew that this was going to create shipping issues, this was going to create logistic issues, and people weren't going to get the cards that they actually wanted. There's a lot of people who they've ordered a card that's worth a certain dollar amount. It had to go to the authenticator, and the authenticator found something wrong with it, and they didn't get it. And they didn't get the card. There's a guy who bought the Becky Lynch Color Blast from WWE Prism. He didn't care, like, if it didn't exactly meet the description or whatever. He wanted the card. And eBay's authenticator said no. And he didn't get it. Now, he got a refund, but he wanted the card. And it just creates a whole host of headaches for him. And at first, when this thing first started, there were a whole bunch of shipping issues. Cards were getting damaged because they were falling out of the authenticator sleeve or whatever you want to call it. And it just is a nightmare. So I'll give you an example. If I sold my Wander Franco Heritage Refractor at a 673, let's say I sold it for $300. Okay, let's just use that as the example. I'd have to ship this to the authenticator. And the authenticator is going to look at it and be like, does it match the description? Is it actually the trading card that they are purchasing? But the key thing there is they're going to also look at the condition. And if it doesn't match eBay's standard of condition, so if I list it as near mint and they determine it's excellent, then the card's going to be returned to me, and the buyer is going to be out the card. They're going to get their money back, but if they wanted the card, they don't care. And the issue that I have with this, and like so many other collectors that they have with this whole thing, is that we didn't ask for this. You poll people online and you check people on Twitter who are involved in this hobby, and you ask them what they wanted out of eBay. It wasn't authentication. I don't need the cards that I buy shipped to somebody to be like, yes, the real deal, and then shipped to me. I just want the freaking card. What I would have rather had is a way for people to stop canceling orders if they're like, oh, my kid bought this or whatever. Or, you know, when people try to do returns and it's because it had a scratch that they didn't see, or they had buyer's remorse and they claim it's damaged. You know, all those types of things that are actually plaguing this hobby. But instead, eBay decides to institute this, which, and here's the other issue with it, right now is free. They're doing it out of the kindness of their hearts right now, but then as soon as they feel like they want to, because it's eBay, they're going to start charging for this. And the worst part about it is, regardless of whether you want to participate in the authentication process or not, it's mandatory. If you sell any card over a certain dollar amount, which I want to say raw is over $250, and graded, I think it's $2,000. Any card that's over those thresholds, it has to go through authentication. You have no choice. So you mean to tell me, eBay, that you're going to force me to participate in this, and then because we're forced to, you're now going to then pass the cost on to the seller or the buyer? Like, we didn't ask for this. eBay, I know you're not watching this because I'm a small fish in a big pond. But if you are watching this, we didn't ask for the authentication. We didn't. It's been a complete and total disaster. And the further along we go with it, the more of a disaster it's going to be. Nobody wanted this. Nobody asked for this. Nobody likes this. So I beg of you, eBay, I beg of you, drop the authentication crap. Because that's what it is. It's a load of crap that nobody asked for. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on authentication. If you guys have had to go through this process, I haven't. I don't buy a ton of high dollar stuff. Very rarely, and it's only when I have the money in my budget, do I buy something that's high dollar. But if you guys have had to deal with this, what has your experience been like? What have you guys been seeing from people online? What are your thoughts on this at all? How do we get eBay to wake up and say, oh, collectors didn't want this? Not even Flip Boys wanted this. Nobody wanted this. We got to get eBay to stop. That's my rant. That's my Talking Cards rant. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos, and until next time, bye-bye.